Hey, Penny.
Hi.
Hey, everybody in the Quit Smoking Kickstarter. It's Cecile Goff here, and today I invited a very special guest to join us. And her name is Penny, and she's an absolute rock star. Penny and I met when she joined my group for the Quit Smoking Kickstarter, and boy, she really rocked it. So when I met Penny and talked to her outside of the group, and I learned more about her story, I just thought, like, this is too good to not share. Like, other people need to hear this because I know that there are people out there watching this right now who are on the fence about quitting smoking. Maybe you feel like I can't do it. Maybe you feel like I've tried everything. Maybe you feel like, listen, Cecile, I've been smoking so long, there's like no hope for me. I'm going to be a smoker for the rest of my days. Whatever that looks like for you, you're going to want to hear what Penny has to say and in her story, because trust me, it's going to motivate you, it's going to inspire you, and I bet it's going to help you take that next step. And I'll show you how you can do that a little bit later. So Penny, welcome.
Thank you.
I so appreciate you coming on board and just doing this as a brave act to come in here and like this and share your story with so many people
Yes.
who want to hear it. So good on you. So Penny, let's just start at the beginning. A little over 2 weeks ago, hard to believe it's over 2 weeks ago, you
Yeah.
joined the Quit Smoking Kickstarter,
Yep.
which is the group that I created. The Quit Smoking Kickstarter, for those of you who don't know, it's my method, the focus method for taking that very first step in quitting smoking, which is the most essential step, which is the decision and the commitment. So Penny joined the group and showed up like a friggin' star. So virtual high five, Penny.
Thank you.
Tell me like where you were at when you joined the Quit Smoking Kickstarter. How much were you smoking?
Between a pack and a half to 2 packs a day.
Okay, so that's some heavy smoking.
Yes.
And how
Been
long had you?
smoking for 46 years.
46 years. Wow. Wow. So Penny, what was it like for you? What's it been like for you as a smoker? Like one of the things you did with the Quit Smoking Kickstarter was you really took stock and got real for how smoking is impacting your life. So what it's really costing you. And the
Yeah.
three main areas we looked at were health, relationships, and finances, how it's hitting your wallet. So walk us through that. What's that look like for you?
Well, I have COPD, so my health is not the greatest, and I don't want it to get worse. I don't
Mm.
want emphysema. I don't want to die. I don't want cancer. I don't want none of that stuff.
Penny, how long? I'm just going to jump in for a second. COPD, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's a chronic, debilitating lung condition. How long have you had COPD?
About 4 years now.
Okay. And did the doctor or anyone tell you like why you developed COPD? Did they tell you if it's directly
From
related
smoking.
from smoking?
Yep.
Okay. So how does that hit you emotionally?
Pretty rough because my mother had it, and I don't I don't want to be as bad as she was.
Hmm. So you watched your mother go through it, and now
Yes.
you find yourself in the same position.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Penny, and living with COPD. So what's that like for you? You know, like, are you on special medication for it? How does it like hinder your ability? What's it like?
Well, I have to excuse me. That's my baby.
Who's that? Who's that?
That's my baby. That's
It's a,
Missy.
it's a cameo by Missy. Oh, look at her green eyes. I love cats. Oh, that's right. And your superhero name was?
The courageous cat lady.
Yes. Love it, love it, love it. From one cat lady. Well, I don't have any cats right now, but from one cat lady to another. I love it. I love it. Thanks, Missy, for that cameo appearance.
Yes.
Cats, they They don't care. They don't give a shit. Like,
No, they don't. They want what they want.
one of the things I love about them. Okay, getting back.
Yes.
What's your life? What's a day in the life of living with COPD like for you?
Well, twice a day I have to use my nebulizer. Um, I use a steroid inhaler,
Hmm.
plus I have a rescue inhaler.
Okay.
Um, Getting up, moving around, exerting myself takes my breath away, makes it hard to breathe.
Okay. Wow. So, like, are you able to go out for walks or anything like that?
No.
What have you had to give up having COPD?
Well, I don't go for walks. Yard work, it takes me forever to do anything because I have to stop.
Okay. And I would imagine, like, as a nurse, I would imagine when you're breathless, feeling breathless like that, it's got to be like really tiring, like
It
exhausting.
is. It is. It's very exhausting.
Hmm. So you've got like the physical exhaustion and the wear on you, and emotionally, like knowing that you watched your mother go
Yes.
through it, knowing that this was caused by smoking, and all the emotion, like all the feelings that go with that.
Right.
So it sounds like it's had a huge impact.
It has.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that because I know these types of things are not easy to share. So it's
Right.
it's a brave step. So Penny, that's the health piece. You're smoking some days 2 packs a day. What's it
Uh-huh.
costing you? Like financially, money.
Financially, well, because I smoked the cheapest ones I could find. Sometimes it was at the Reservation, which would cost me about $100 a month,
Okay.
to smoking the roll your own,
Okay.
which would be like $50 a month.
Okay.
So it wasn't that bad, but there's better things I can do with that money than buy
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Yeah, and even with the cheapest, because with the Quit Smoking Kickstarter, folks, it's right now in the group we've got almost 400 members, and they're from Canada and the U.S. And it blew my mind the difference. Like, you can get smokes for 5 packs, $5 a pack for smokes in certain parts of the U.S. to like here in certain parts of Canada, it's $18 a pack to smoke, which is crazy. So you could spend anywhere from, even for the cheapest smokes, people are spending up to $2,500 a year, right on up to over six
Mhm.
grand a year. And that's only if you're smoking 1 pack a day. And so it's really important to take stock because a lot of times when it comes to these kinds of behaviors and patterns in our lives that are not really serving us, like smoking or eating, whatever it is, we don't know how much you're spending. Like you go to the store, you buy a pack of smokes, it's $20, you don't really notice it. But so did you find taking stock in that way? Like, did that make a difference for you? Not
Yes and
just
no.
financially, but in terms of
Yes
your
and
health?
no. Because of my health. That's my main thing is my health.
Okay. So for you, it sounds like your big why is living with this chronic health condition and you want to
Yes.
feel better. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yes.
And Penny, how about the relationship side of things? If you feel like sharing a bit about that, how was
Well,
that accepted?
well, my husband is a non-smoker.
Okay.
He is an oxygen, so it makes it even tougher with me smoking,
Mhm,
and he hates it. So we do argue about it at times, and I want a cigarette, and he's saying, "No, you don't." He's
mhm,
constantly after me to quit.
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm,
there's been some rough patches between the two of us over that.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, and I really appreciate you sharing that because, that's one of the less common things, like ways that it's impacting people that they're not really looking at. They just sort of see it as a little bicker here and there,
Yeah.
but the long-term toll that takes on a relationship can be huge. And I loved our conversation when I spoke with Penny and Dale, was it last week? And oh my goodness, when we got off our Zoom call, like I felt like I'd been like doing sit-ups because I was laughing so much. Like you guys had me in friggin' stitches. And I loved our conversation. And I didn't know how it was gonna roll when we first got started.
Yeah.
You never know when you're talking with couples, when I'm kind of mediating conversations. And it was really clear how much you two love each other and you actually support each other. And
Yes.
Dale is a veteran. He's got years of service. So he's love language is to kind of harp on you and say, you don't need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He's military guy comes out. And
Yes.
and then you don't feel great because you see him on the oxygen tank and you're puffing away. I mean, that's
Yeah.
yeah. So thank you for sharing that. And I love watching the two of you together because there's so much support between you two. It's really going to make a difference. It's already making a difference.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to Dale. Okay. So let's see. What was what was your biggest aha moment, or was it a series of little aha moments with the Quit Smoking Kickstarter that really resonated with you?
It was a bunch of little things
Okay.
that I didn't even realize I've been changing my attitude towards things, keeping myself in better spirits, not letting things bring me down as much. So
Mm.
the happier I am, the upper I am, the less I want a cigarette. When I start getting really stressed or bored, that's when I want it. And that's when I find something else to replace that feeling with.
Bam! That's like mic drop moment, Penny, right there. And so is this new for you?
Yes, it is.
A new way of being
Very new.
okay.
Yes.
So just to be clear, folks, for anyone who's tuning in and again hasn't gone through the Quit Smoking Kickstarter, doesn't know what it is, it's a 5-day free course that I offer to help folks really get started on their quit smoking journey. The whole point is to make the decision and commit and then take the next steps forward. And I show you how you can do that. Now, for Penny, not only did she make the decision and the commitment, like what I'm hearing, Penny, is that it had a real ripple effect for you. Like it's
It
not
has.
just about the smoking.
Yeah. No, it's changed my attitude to a lot of things.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm even working so good on food right now, but
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. And so you were smoking before you joined the Quit Smoking Kickstarter. You were smoking, like you said, a pack and a half to 2 packs a day.
yes,
By the end of the 5 days of the Quit Smoking Kickstarter, where were you at in terms of daily smoking?
I was down to about 5
Wow. In 5 days.
in 5 days. Yep.
Wow. That's extraordinary, Penny.
Yes, because I was on the fence. Do I want to or don't I? Should I quit now or should I wait until I'm told, okay, now it's time to quit? And then I realized that's my decision. I've got to decide when I quit and how I quit. Somebody can't tell me that.
Mhm, mhm.
So
Absolutely, Penny. You're a
you,
star.
you, you,
Like,
you gotta,
look how far you've come. It's
I
incredible.
know.
It's
It amazes me. It really does. It amazes me.
incredible.
I'm proud of myself.
Oh, that was going to be my next question. See,
I'm
for
very
me,
proud of myself.
this is what lights me up, and this is why I go to work every day to witness these kinds of moments in the folks that I'm working with because it's so joyful. It's so joyful. And Penny, like
Yes.
you, your face has changed.
Well,
Like,
thank you. We deep down.
is this the same one or another one?
Same one.
She just wants some attention.
She does.
She just
That's
wants
what she wants. She wants me to hold her. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Penny, when we had our first Zoom meeting and talked, you had already done Quit Smoking Kickstarter. You had cut back from almost 2 packs a day to 5 cigarettes a day. And but there was this feeling of like defeat. And we're just talking like a week ago, probably
Yeah.
just about a week ago. I think it was last Friday. And
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
I could see the change in your face as we went through our conversation and you went through your session. And like it was like a light turned on inside you.
Well, it's nice to have somebody on your side. Like I said yesterday, it's like you're in my head. You, I don't know how you do it, but it's like you know what people are thinking. All those little loopholes and stuff, you know about them.
Hmm.
And you've never smoked. That amazes me.
Hmm. I
But
know,
you
because
know about them. And
well,
you're
it's because well, here's the news. I'm in your head for another 4 weeks because you just joined the Be Smoke Free formula.
that's good.
And yeah, and thanks for your kind words. Um, the thing is that because sometimes people say, "Well, Cecile, how can you help folks quit smoking when you've never smoked yourself?" And I always say, "Look, the only reason why I never smoked is because I wasn't cool. Okay." Because when I was a teenager and everybody was smoking, I tried it a couple of times. I was a real hard to believe it now when anyone sees me as an adult, but I was actually a very shy child. And I tried to smoke and I looked like a total dweeb. And the kids made fun of me, and that was enough for me because I was like, I really hated being teased. And
Yeah.
so I did that a few times, maybe 2 or 3 times. I tried, burned my throat, and I figured everybody else was cool and I wasn't cool. So that's the only reason why I'm not a smoke. I've never really smoked is because I'm not cool. Well, I'm kind of cool now, but I mean back then.
You are cool. You're the coolest one now.
But the thing is that just because I never quit smoking doesn't mean I don't know how to help people quit smoking. Like, and that's one of the biggest loopholes that people use sometimes to get out of doing the thing they want to do. They're like, "Well, hey, Cecile, how would you know what it's like? You've never smoked." My response is, because you heard me talk about it in the Quit Smoking Kickstarter. My gynecologist is a dude. He doesn't have the same equipment as me, and I trust him to look after my health. Same,
Yes,
same, same, same.
exactly.
And the thing is that I stumbled onto my method for helping folks quit smoking because originally I was using this to help people with stress management, grief resilience. I'm a grief resilience mentor, helping people with all kinds of issues like letting go of weight, how to like organize their lives and set goals, everything but smoking. It just so happened that the folks that were showing up in my private practice had these things going on, but they were also smoking. That was one of their coping mechanisms. And then they just, as we addressed the core root issues, and they learned new ways of being in the world and restructuring, repattern the patterns in their brain, they just gave up smoking naturally. It was like a happy side effect. That's how I got into this. So I love it because you're showing up motivated and committed, and that's really what it takes.
Yes.
Like, you were saying about, will I or won't I, or is it the right time? What are all those things, Penny? What are they?
They're loopholes.
They're loopholes. And what are the
They're
loopholes?
loopholes.
They just keep you from from quitting.
Yeah, they're bad. I'm tired of falling through the loopholes.
Yeah. The loopholes, folks, are, I like to call them loopholes rather than excuses because I'm not about judging people here. And the excuses sounds really judgmental, but the loopholes are the beliefs that you're telling yourself as to why this is not the right time or why you can't do it. Whatever the beliefs are for you that's holding you back, these are the loopholes that you're just going to jump right through to keep yourself in a place where you're stuck and you're stuck smoking. It's just a way to keep you smoking. So got to get rid of those loopholes. And Penny, you're busting it like a boss. Okay, so you finished the Quit Smoking Kickstarter. You were down to 5 smokes a day. You're about your next steps. What are you stepping into right now to quit? What are we starting on Monday?
I'm starting the smoke free program.
Yeah, the Be Smoke Free formula. 4 weeks, 30 days to take
Yes.
you all the way to the finish line. That's the next step after the Quit Smoking Kickstarter. And last night we had our little Q&A before we get started next week, and Penny made a very surprising announcement. Tell us.
Oh, see, my memory's going, so I'm gonna have a hard time with this
Remember
whole thing.
yesterday, Penny, when we had the big chat last night and you blew my mind? What did you tell me?
I'm 0 cigarettes.
Is that Dale?
Yes.
I love you
He's just
guys.
as excited as I am about
Love
this.
you guys.
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
Look at you. You are seriously lit from within.
I am.
I get
I
like
am
your
proud of
eyes like,
myself.
you what? You what?
I'm proud of myself. Very proud of myself. Because I did something today and I did not even have a craving for a cigarette. I spent the morning with my daughter. Not a craving for a cigarette at all. And I figured that was going to be a tough one.
Look at you. And was your daughter smoking when you were together?
She vapes.
Okay.
I cannot get her to quit. She has 1,000,001 loopholes.
Well, you need to give her my number. I'm just saying.
Oh, oh,
wait, till she, wait till she sees you at the end of 4 weeks. Penny, that is
yes.
incredible. So here we are, 3 weeks after the Quit Smoking Kickstarter started, and you're already off the smokes, and you haven't even started the Be Smoke Free formula.
Nope, not yet. I can't wait.
I know. I know.
I am excited. I really am. I am really excited.
What are you most excited about? What are you most excited? First of all, let me ask you, what do you most want to learn? And what are you most excited about quitting?
Um, the thing that I'm most excited about learning is how to deal with the cravings and of maybe wanting a cigarette or wanting to put food in my mouth, how to deal with, all of those good things that come along with it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because you take one thing away, you got to figure out how to get around it
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
so it doesn't cause you problems.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and
And
I'm
I'll be
excited.
able to breathe and move.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to not be relying on inhalers all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, to go to your doctor and see some improvement in your lung function.
Yes. To go to my doctor and not have her scream and yell at me because I'm smoking.
Yeah,
She thinks you can just snap your fingers and you're done and you're good to go.
yeah, yeah. And Penny, I'm so glad you brought up about the replacing the smoking with something else like food, because that is one thing that we really dive into in the Be Smoke Free formula. Because here's the thing, folks, for anyone who is out there and smoking and has tried everything, has failed over and over again in your life, like, here's the news flash. It's not your fault. It's not your fault because you don't know what you don't know. It's not your fault because no one's ever shown you how to not just rely on a gimmick or the things that are out there that people use to quit smoking, but it's really just a gimmick that doesn't help. And the reason why it doesn't help for most people, it's because we've got this amazing like bowling ball on top of our shoulders that has a pattern developed in it, and it's deeply ingrained. If you've been smoking for a long time, especially Penny, you've been smoking like more than 40 years. That doesn't mean
Mhm.
you can't shift it. What it means is that like you have the power right up here in your brain to quit smoking. That's all it takes. You don't need to rely on all the other stuff that hasn't worked for you so far. You can learn how to harness the power of your own brain, how to shift those patterns, because Penny, is like I talked about in the Quit Smoking Kickstarter, I use the analogy of a runner on a track. So if you
Mhm.
imagine a runner on a track, like, you think about like at universities and stuff, right? Those outdoor tracks, and they go in a loop. So you've got this, your runner on a track. and you're going around and around the track, you can't change direction. And there's no alternate route. There's no path off of this track. And you're just running the same track. It's just, you're jumping over the same obstacles over and over and over again. Can't even change direction. That's pretty much what it's like in your brain when it comes to quitting smoking, is that that pattern gets established. And this even relates to any kind of positive permanent change you want to make in your life, any kind of behaviors you want to shift and change. It's about learning how to harness your brain in a whole new way. And what happens, Penny? You take your power back. Like, did you even know you gave your
Yes.
power over to a freaking cigarette?
I did not realize it now until you taught me that.
Yeah. And now do you really see that? Do you feel the difference?
Yes.
Yeah. And listen, folks, if you're watching this and you're kind of like, what's the seal smoking? That she's talking about all this brain stuff. I'm not a fairy godmother. I don't have a magic wand, Penny. You hear me say that over and over again.
Yes.
But it's based on neuroscience. It's based on scientific principles, and then we apply them with psychology. And you change your beliefs, you change your brain, you change your behavior, and it really is that simple. Now, it requires getting the right accountability and support and mindset and strategy along the way, and that's what I'm here for. And Penny, that's what you're stepping into.
Right.
So now you've got the momentum going. Now it's to keep you on the path where you're smoke free for life.
Yes.
Never have to quit again.
No.
No. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Penny.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a joy to witness. Yeah. So, like, how does it feel in your body? Like, 2 days, no smokes. Like, literally, I can see it in your eyes, like a light in your eyes that wasn't there. Like, tell me what's it like for you emotionally today, like today and yesterday?
Um, well, I'm a little scared that I'm going to fall off the wagon, but I know I'm going to do it. With your help, I can do this.
Absolutely.
And I feel so much better physically and emotionally that it's unbelievable. I breathe better. I feel like I'm standing up straighter. I'm walking taller. I can walk better. Yeah, I just feel different.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So much goodness there, so much joy. Oh man. And Penny, one thing I want to touch on, and again, share what you're comfortable with, but like, Penny, you had to jump through some serious hoops to get your butt in the seat for the program.
Yes.
You had to really, make grit and tenacity your best friends, your new best friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to ask for help. I had to borrow the money to join.
What was that like for you?
That was tough because I
What
don't
was
like
that?
asking to because I don't like asking to borrow money,
Right.
and especially from my relatives.
Yeah.
Mm, that's hard.
It's hard for a lot of people. The whole money thing can be so weird for people. But again, it's the belief of, like, if you choose to believe you can't afford it, if you choose to believe there's no other way for you to get into, like, really start getting the help that you need, that is then again just another loophole, because you did the hard thing and you asked for help. And
Yeah.
what did your family members say when you asked for help?
They said yes, that they had faith in me to do this.
Beautiful. That's so beautiful. So that's a huge step in transformation right there, because it's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. And Penny, if this was someone belonged to you that was looking for help, would you hand it to them like in a heartbeat? Like, is that what you're used to doing? Helping
Yes.
others, helping everyone else?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Is this the first time you've really stepped into helping yourself?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Mhm. I wonder if that has anything to do with you standing taller and feeling proud of yourself right about now.
Could be. I don't know.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Penny, I'm really grateful that you're brave enough to come on here and share this, because guaranteed there are people out here that are going to resonate with your story, and sharing it is going to help people. So, Penny, what would you say to someone who's going to be watching this if they're feeling the same way that you are now? What would you tell them to do?
I
Or
would
piece
tell
of
them,
advice?
I would tell them to believe in themselves, believe in you, and jump on this wagon train, because I believe it's going to work.
It's already working for you,
Yes, it is.
because you're showing up and you're doing the work and you're making it work. You're taking what I'm showing you how to do and applying it in your life, and folks, please hear me on that. Like, I'm here to support you and help you stay accountable, help you stay the course, and show you a brand new way to finally quit smoking for good. And it really is a combination of very simple techniques. It's not always easy. And how you show up determines your results. And Penny, you're already getting results. Why? Because you are showing up. You are showing up, and you're believing that you're worthy of this.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what it takes to change. If you're watching this and you want to take the next steps, just chime in the comments below this video, send me a private message through Facebook. You'll see my name there, Cecile Goff, or my email is info@cecilegoff.com. Just reach out and I'll show you how you can join the Be Smoke Free formula too, and really finally quit smoking for good. And if you're afraid, all you gotta want at this point is to quit smoking. If you're afraid, if you're not sure how you're going to do it, or if you're not sure it's going to really work for you, none of that matters. All that matters is that you have the desire to quit, because I'm not a fairy godmother. I can't make you want to quit smoking. Like, it doesn't work like that, does it, Penny?
No,
No.
nope. People cannot make you quit. You have to want to do it.
Exactly. And I'm not here to save anybody, but I am here to show you how you save yourself. And this is not about the 4 weeks or the 30 days. It's a lifelong skill that has a ripple effect in your life. Like, Penny, you're already noticing, how it makes you feel about yourself. Like, you're more confident, you're standing taller in the world. Like, these are some the beautiful side effects of the free formula and the Quit Smoking Kickstarter. But you showed up like a boss. Like a boss.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And with you and Dale, like Dale supporting you on this, I have no doubt in my mind. No doubt.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, Penny, that wraps it up for today. Thank you for being brave enough to come on here and share your story. I'm so thrilled that you're a part of this, and it's my honor to work with you. You're an absolute joy to work with, and I couldn't be more excited for you.
Well, thank you.
So we kick
I
off.
am so proud to be here with you doing this.
Yeah. And we kick off the party on Monday.
Yes.
All right, folks. So if you want to know more and you resonate with this, just reach out and I'll set up a time for us to have a quick chat. We'll see where you're at right now in terms of quitting smoking and where you want to go. And I'll show you how you can get started. Okay, that's it. Bye.
Bye.